Yo ho, yo ho, the pirate's life for me. Well, well, what a way to start a stream. I gotta get this thing focused up. Make sure everything is copacetic. I think it is, but I can't really tell. It's good enough. It's good enough to see at least. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch, but that's okay. I'm trying to save time from editing by doing lives. Okay, so what do we want to... I want to try to sketch something and then bring it over into Blender. So sketch something and then make it in Nomad and then bring it over into Blender. That's it. So first we're in Procreate. What's up, Diego? Procreate. So I'm going to do Canvas, Drawing Assist, Edit Drawing Guide, and we're going to use Symmetry for the... Make this a little bit bigger here. I don't know, I just got to figure out what I want to make. It'd be kind of cool to make like... Oh, that's too much, isn't it? I think that's too... It's kind of cool, but... Let me figure this out. Let me put the snapping on. I think I should be able to move this up, maybe. Shrink it. And easily move it to the middle. I really should look at some reference for some like cool legs. I think we want like... Do I want two or do I want... I tried to turn it like it was 3D. I always do that. Munizra. Marius. Jose Oliver, what's up? Greetings from Nebraska, and like always, I would like to ask you if you could make some basic videos of the Valence 3D application. Thanks. I have made those before, but I stopped making them because they didn't have Boolean and they was really buggy. So I stopped doing Valence 3D, but maybe I'll check it out at some point in time. I love how you make the 3D model so clean. I appreciate that. It's got I do love a nice clean mesh. That is true. Oh, maybe I want it to be like this and then like maybe something like that is better. You gotta figure out how you want the shapes, you know. So I think maybe it's down and then it's... Oh yeah, that's better. So I think it's down and then up. I can't see the side of it, so I'll have to figure out the back. Maybe when I do it in 3D, I'll figure out the back. Let's see. I like that. Does that make sense? Would that be able to close? I don't even know, honestly. Okay, I kind of like it. I can't think of what the back of the head would be like, but it's good enough. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to share this JPEG. It might look completely different than this. I honestly don't know. But that's the beauty of it. Why I feel like it's so dark. Let me see if I can find the brightness somewhere on here. I'm using, what is this app called? I don't know, Filmic Pro, I think it's called. But I honestly don't know how to get to brightness. Oh, isn't it over here somewhere? Oh, that's ISO. Oh, ISO might help me out though. Ooh. Okay, maybe that's a little better. All right, so we saved it. Let's go into Nomad. This is going to be droid bug. Let's open this up. Reference image. So we'll tap here, import photos, and let's open up this bug. I still want to do these two, actually. You know, it'd be really cool if I then bring this into Blender and make his body like fuzzy. Like he's like terrifying, but then he's fuzzy. I like that. Let me bring this a little bit. A little brighter. Okay, that looks a little bit closer. All right, so if I'm doing something like this, I want to delete this sphere. Let's start with the head, which is sort of squarish. Oh, I think I want to use, this is a cool trick. I'm going to use a cylinder instead because I want to make it, I want to taper the shape of the head. Do I? Yes, I do. So I'm going to delete this and add a cylinder. Doesn't make much sense until you take the cylinder and put the division X to 4. I'm going to turn smooth shading off. That way you can at least see it. I'm going to switch this to 45. That way I can just rotate it right towards us. The beauty of this is you can still go to the cylinder settings and you can make this, you can kind of like still adjust that. So that's kind of more what I'm looking for. So I'm going to validate it. I'm going to turn smooth shading back on, even though it looks really ugly. And I'll probably just voxel remesh it at like 150 to get the shape that we need. Okay, so what do I want to do next? I don't even know what that is on the top of the head. It looks like some sort of cylinder. So we'll shrink that. I'm going to put this back to 90 and then snap it this way. Oops. Alright, so it looks like something like this. It's about here. We'll turn snap off and go like that. And then this, do I want to use a sphere? I don't know. Maybe I'll use a sphere and try to make this shape. Oh, I probably should have used a tube. But that's okay. We'll validate it and then we'll just use move and see if we can make a similar shape. I like to use move tool quite big so that everything moves nice and smooth and sort of stays the way that it's supposed to. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll shrink it and just save. Wait, why is it acting like, oh, that's okay. Oh well. I'm going to turn the pivot like this. Okay, cool. So what's up, chat? What's everybody up to? Anybody making anything cool? I keep forgetting that you can see me here. I should put more light on my face. A little bit more light. And sorry that the screen is crooked. It's kind of annoying, but since I'm not using my phone, I can't. Usually, like after the fact, I'll straighten out. Like when I'm making YouTube videos, I straighten out in Final Cut Pro. But when you're streaming, you get to see all the messiness. That's just what it is. Okay, that looks good, except this looks much bigger. Let's make it smaller. And it's a little bit inside. I know it's like, these are like very small details, but I'm always all about the small details. Okay. We'll take that for now. And I'll figure out what to do with it later. So for these legs, let's take another cylinder. We'll rotate it. We'll put post subdivision to 2 and then bring the division X down. This will make it a little bit rounder. Okay, so something like that. Now let's do... do we want to do a torus or like a box? Also, how deep, how wide is this thing? Let's validate it. Let's do symmetry, vertex, vertex. Let's go to symmetry and show line so we can see. I want to stretch it this way. So I'm on the wrong symmetry. Nope. Let's do local. So it looks like Z is what we yeah, Z is what we want. So I can see the blue line. I can see the blue line going down the middle. And I did symmetry, vertex, vertex, which means I can stretch this with the arrow to something like that. And maybe I'll clone this. Let me turn these back to normal. Oh, I did it the wrong way, didn't I? So it should be something like this. Something like that. So let's add another cylinder. Oh, I could probably use the head. No, I won't use the head. So I'm going to shrink this. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make division X4 to make it sort of squarish. I'll put this back to 45. Wait, do I need to put that back to 45? Or I could just do this. I'm just going to validate it, and then I'm going to voxel remesh it to kind of make it solid. Okay, let's stretch it out. Okay, now let's do tube, path. Let's make the first part of the leg. I'm going to try to just keep this fairly simple. Maybe we'll make one here. We'll make it a little bit longer, shrink it. Okay, let's clone. This is going to be the leg. I really should have started naming these. So this is the leg. What is this? This is the body C, body B, body A. This is the ant base. This is the ant for antenna. This is the head. It's always good to start label everything, because things get really confusing really quickly. Oh, this is actually pretty rounded. I should probably do something else. I guess I can always try to round it out later, remesh it really low, and then try to just soften it. But we'll see. We'll see if that works. So that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and clone the leg. Leg, joint. Take it off of a line. Whoops. And let's shrink it, make it a little bigger so we can see it. So we'll do something like that. Okay, now we have to do this shape. How do I want to do that shape? I guess I can use a sphere. Oh, maybe a cylinder. I feel like a cylinder might be better, but I'm not certain. Okay, if I want to get to that, I'll just leave it at 45. Okay, this feels decent. The only problem is this is like kind of the wrong way, but we can always slice it. So let me just experiment a little bit here, I guess. So I'm going to make the subdivisions up a bit just to give it more resolution, higher resolution. I'll shrink it. Looks like it's probably around that big. So this part would go up here. So I'll make it a little higher. Let's see if we can do something with that. So we'll take move. We want to make sure that we're doing both the front and the back. So we want to go to symmetry. Let's go to local, so it's local to this shape. We don't want left and right. This is what we want. We want front and back. So now when I use move, I don't have to worry about it moving the front piece and not the back. Sometimes things can look weird when you do that. So I'm just literally going to try to make this shape. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it sharp enough. Oh, you know what I probably should have done? Maybe like the tube or something. Because I don't know if this is actually going to work. You can probably see where I'm going with it already, but... And already I can see the bottom. I don't know why I can see the bottom. Oh, I guess it's still... But this is what I like about Nomad. I like kind of just molding things. It's kind of fun. Alright, so this is actually pretty decent. I want everything to be much sharper, so I don't know if it's worth it for me to do it now, or let me move it in place. Let me move it kind of into place. Oh, we still need another piece. Let's make this a little smaller. And now that I'm looking at it, this needs to be out further. And tilt it a bit. Okay, that seems a bit better. So you know what? This... let's take the leg joint. And move it to about there. And then we can just follow with this thing. Whoop, I don't know what I just did. It's kind of annoying now to have to match this back up. But I could just make another one, but I don't know. I'll try to match it. So the leg's a little bit longer. Let's see how this looks. Oh, I still feel like it's too close to the... I feel like it's too close. Okay, but I'm going to put these together. How do I want to... I don't even know how I want to attach this. Let's add a... Let's add a sphere for now. That's the easiest thing to do. I always have to check to make sure it's still on 2.2. Sometimes you just wake up and it's a whole new number. But I think 2.3 is going to be the desktop. Why is this why is it being such a butt monkey? Okay, that's decent. Let's take this, make sure it's kind of lined up. And maybe that can actually be a little bit longer. Okay, I don't mind that. So I'm going to take the legs. What is the sphere? The sphere. Can I move the pivot of all these things? That would be nice. So I have all of them selected. The pivot, I'm going to move it right there. Hit pivot again. That way I can easily work with this. So I think I want this to be, so if someone wanted to print this, it would stand up. Let's do it a little more forward. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now we have to move it again. I feel like I can make this a little bit wider. Okay. What's up, Ace? Is there a reason you would use move instead of trim? I mean, yeah, I could use trim, but I like to get it in a vague shape that I like. Like, actually, I was going to make this shape and then trim it, which I can still do. But it's kind of like, it's more like, I was thinking of it as just kind of blocking out where it's going to be. But I was thinking about trimming like here and here to get it sharper, if I still decide I want it sharper. So I could definitely do that. Okay, do we still have all these selected? No. So this is, let's go ahead and let's just go like this. So we'll take all of these. Okay, so this is going to be the, not foot, what is it? We'll just call it a foot. We'll call this football. Football. So now if we take leg, I think I think I need to move the leg. If I do pivot and then move the leg up here, that should, in theory, make it easier to just move all this stuff. So I'm going to close... Oh, you know what I should do first? I should work out any details I want with this leg. That's what I should do. So since we were talking about trimming, let's trim. I probably should have kept it straight, but that's okay. Let's try an ellipse. Not a circle and not centered. Let's see if I can just do it freehand. Okay. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna like it, but that's okay. And then this, let's do, oops. Get it in the right spot. I mean, I could probably use the other tool, but I feel like I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know what I think. Let's voxel remesh it. And then smooth it and see what we think. I don't mind it being kind of soft. Yeah, that might be a bit... I don't know if I'm too crazy about this part, if I'm honest. I kind of just like it soft. If I voxel remesh it and I smooth it, kind of just like that. What do I want to do with this ball? Because it looks a bit strange. And I don't know if I can squeeze these together. Let's try trimming in a different way. We'll just remesh it. Ugh, it looks bad. We'll remesh it a little higher. Kind of smooth it out. I think I just like it how I had it in the beginning. Okay, so I think I want to give up on the... I think I don't like that ball. I think I want to add another cylinder. Since this character is mostly cylinders, why not stick with the cylinder? Let's make it a little softer. Post subdivision to 2, division X down. We'll just make it a little softer. Because we can. This is kind of annoying to have to... I could have added it and probably did on Gizmo. That might have made it easier, but I find that sometimes later on down the road, the symmetry and everything gets messed up when you do that, unfortunately. Why do I feel like this is not straight? It actually is pretty straight, to be honest. Oh, it's not. Let me just do... It is kind of annoying that I have to like line it up with this, but that's okay. Okay, I don't mind that. And maybe we want something, let's clone it, and maybe we want to make it smaller. Do something like this. Let's move this correctly into place. Let's see what that looks like. I believe it. Let's take this and clone it. Shrink it up, make it bigger. Since I can't see it, oh, there it is. Make this really small. And just make kind of a connector here. Let's do... We'll do it like that. Okay, so there's some depressions in these. I kind of want it a bit sharper. I wonder if I can use something like pinch on the top to kind of fake it. Nah, we'll keep it round. Oh, you know what would be cool? Sorry, I'm getting crazy. Let's do... Oh yeah, we can just use trim maybe. Let's do ellipse. We can do the circle. We can do centered. Let's just see what this looks like. If we add a little something there. I like it. If I really want to get crazy, I kind of like the idea of having like a split. I'll probably not use this, but like a split there would be kind of cool. I have a better way to do it. Let's take this, clone it. Let's move it down. I just want like a little bit of it showing. Something like that. Might be kind of cool. But I have to get rid of all the rest of it, so let's just use smooth until we can't really see some of it up there. It's a little too high. That side looks good. This side's a bit too high. I could probably also use move and just kind of move it in. I like it. And here, let's do, maybe clay will work. Clay and sub. What? smooth it. Oh, that's right, it should smooth on both sides. Just to give it a little bit of a, I don't even know what. Anyway, I like it. I like it. If I want to make these grooves, I'll use pinch for these little grooves, maybe. Nice. Now I should probably quad remesh a lot of this. This is so if I bring it over into Blender, it's a little bit more optimized. And what I mean by that is, so if I do solo, so we're looking at this right now. Let me just turn these off. If we look at the wireframe, I probably don't need it to be this dense. See how small the little cubes are? So I can do half. I can make sure everything still looks pretty good. I can do half again. So if I do that and then I hit solo again, it still looks pretty decent. And really that's all it is. So this one I might... Let's just validate it. Let's do half. We'll validate and do half. Like small, I mean, it's kind of a small detail, so it doesn't really make that big of a deal. This, whoops. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna, let me just validate it, and then I'll take this and oh, I don't know how I want to play this. I don't really like that you can see that section there. I feel like that looks kind of bad. I can try to make it small and go into that. That's probably the best option. Turn the wireframe off. Oh, something's in a mirror. What's in a mirror? When did I hit mirror for this? I'm so confused. Is this a mirror? Leg? Oh, maybe all this is a mirror. I'm so confused right now. Why is this cylinder? Oh, maybe I must have, I don't know, maybe I hit mirror when I'm so confused. That's okay. Trim. We'll just trim this. We'll get rid of all those. These cylinders, we're gonna put everything under this leg. Validate the leg. Okay, so we'll just take this, clone it. And now we want to use a line, so I can just move it straight back, rotate it. I feel like I might want to do 3, huh? Should I do 3 or 2? I can clone everything again. I can stretch it. That looks weird. Okay. All right, let me take this part and figure this out. So let's stretch it a little bit. Maybe I'll move it back. even though I kind of want to trim it. I kind of want to trim it a little bit. So maybe I'll take line and trim it like that. The back I don't know what I'm going to do with, but that's okay. We can figure it out later. Let's take these two pieces, body B, and let's make them a little bit bigger. That looks good. Okay, so let's go back to the front. And let's figure out this head. So firstly, if we're going to make it softer, I need to lower the resolution. Because right now it's on 150. If I smooth it, it does get kind of soft. Oops. But if I voxel remesh it lower, it should get softer. Sometimes I just voxel remesh like multiple times. Like you just keep going until you get what you want. Just make sure symmetry's on. So that looks pretty good. I'll make it a little bit more resolution. See these like little dimples? I hate those. So sometimes I just remesh until they go away. Okay. So now that I have it somewhere I like it, I'm going to bring it up to like 160, 170. All this is doing is giving it different like resolutions so that you can put more or less detail. And it's like it gets tougher. So the higher resolution it is, like the higher I remesh it, the more tougher it is, the less soft, the less malleable. That's why you go low when I want to get these really smooth curves. Just get it like really soft and malleable. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a bit bigger since we lost some mass. Maybe we'll just bring this down. Maybe we'll just make it big. Like so. And I don't know what I want to do with the back of the head, but I feel like I want to do something. So let's make sure symmetry's on. We can see the line. Yeah, what's I've been it's funny because even if I'm not like there every now and again I'll just to sculpt and I'm not recording, and it's actually really difficult for me to not narrate nowadays. Like I've been making so many that it just feels so natural just to kind of like explain my thought process. It's kind of like effortless, which is nice. The problem now is with my current situation here, my wife like works in the next room over to me, so I can't film anytime I want, unfortunately. I'm a little itchy. So that's why the tutorials have been kind of slow. I also don't have that much time to make things. That's why live is good, because I don't necessarily have to edit so much. Because I'm editing and editing and editing. How do I want to do these? How do I want to do his mouth? Well, let me figure out this shape of the head. I need something back here. Something interesting. I could, of course, yeah, I kind of like it. You can go ahead and add like pinch. I mean, you could really do crease and sub to make crease and invert to make some like interesting things like this, but sometimes I just like good old-fashioned pinch to just kind of give some validity to the shapes I'm making. Make them look deliberate. I mean, they are deliberate, but since we're not working with like a hard surface system, like for example with Blender, you can, if you make a crease, you can mark it as a crease. You can mark it as like a hard edge, and that's how you would do this. With Nomad, it's just more of a artistic kind of sculpting, which is fine. Okay, I need what do I need? I actually don't know, but we're gonna put something else back here. Why not? Let's make it a little bit softer. Post subdivision to 2, and bring this down. I feel like I want to. Let me take it off of a line. I actually don't know what I want to do with this thing. Oh, you know what? Let's delete this. I feel like I want something like coming out here, but I don't know exactly. Oh, you know what? Let's just use this shape that I already have instead of being a dum-dum. So let's take the antenna. I'm going to nestle it underneath. That way I can just take this part and move it as I need to. You know what? It's like, it's kind of like floating like above. And I kind of want it going back like that. I kind of like that. It feels like there should be... oh, I know what I can do. Let's take tube, and we'll just make it sort of like a sort of a tube or something connecting it to the head. Oops. We'll turn snap off so that it will go inside the other mesh. Otherwise, it will snap to the surface. Okay, let's do radius. And make this one a little bit bigger, maybe. Okay, so now let's actually nestle. So this is the tube, antenna, connect, and we'll just nestle that. We'll nestle all these under antenna connect. So that way I can just move that instead of having to move the other thing. So let's figure out where exactly I want this. I'll hit align so that I can just move it easily back and forth. It still looks kind of big. I'll make it a little smaller. Maybe I'll move it up. The sizes of everything are decent. Sometimes you want to go crazy and like flatten off a side just for funsies. It actually looks pretty decent like that, but why did the symmetry was really odd. Let me go to local. Let's switch this to, let's see if we can, oh, there we go. That's what I should have done. So I'm going to undo it. Make sure it's on local and Z. See this blue line here? So that means it'll keep my flatten centered because it's, oh, I got to turn this red one off. Because the only symmetry I want right now is that blue line on the sides. So that works. Okay, and let's, maybe this is just part of the head. Let's take clay or inflate, maybe, and just kind of inflate around there. See what it's feeling like. Maybe you can smooth it some. So maybe it looks like that's going like under the skin. I don't know, we can revisit it. I'm not sure about that yet, just yet. Another option is just to add another cylinder. Oh, maybe we could do a bolt. No, let's do a cylinder. Sometimes you can do a sphere and like make like tubes and things going into the sphere, but a cylinder just like, cylinder usually looks best. Post subdivision up to 2. And bring this down. This also brings the resolution down because it doesn't really need to be very high resolution. This little detail. But usually if there's like a tube or a wire or something, I like to make these little connector things usually just work out, I think. So I'll just take this antennae and put it underneath there. So I want to clone this and just see what it looks like if there's like multiple ones. I don't know about that. What if it's like further out? I don't know. What do we think about that? That's kind of cool, actually. I kind of like it. Let's take this little thing, clone it. I'll move it up to the top. And let's just see if I want to put this somewhere else. Oh, maybe I should have brought that too. That's okay. Oop. I'm going to turn symmetry off and maybe put a little bend in it for some reason. I don't know about that. We'll hide it for now. Okay, so back to the head. We have something at least in the back. How do I want to do this mouth? I guess the easier way would be to do a mask. Oh, do I want to do a mask though? Let's see how clean the mask is. No, it's not too bad actually. There is another way. I could take trim and I could kind of let's just test it out. Let's just see what we get. See, you see where I'm getting. See, it looks decent there, but obviously it's not going to work there. I don't think. How did I get that double? Oh, I know what I did. I could probably, you know what I could probably do though? I wonder if yeah, we might as well just explore. So if I protect this, then I turn this around, and I go back to trim. Oh, it's like reversed. Okay, if it's reversed, then it looks like I need to do something like this. And then maybe I can go to the mask and invert it. Oop. And then trim. Trim through everything, you butt monkey. Mask clear. And this is not really like, I'm not like I probably would have a better approach to this if I actually thought about it for a moment, but it is kind of fun to just kind of fart around. So for the bottom, trim. It's just two pieces. So what if I take this and then go like this? Let's Fox remesh and see what happens. Okay, not really what we want. That's okay, we tried. So I think what I want to do is, well, let's do it the easy way. So, well, it's not really easy, but I could boolean the inside of the mouth. So let's just make this shape. Okay. We'll just voxel remesh it for now. And I might want to make the inside of the mouth a little deeper, so we'll just go with a box. Post division to 2. We'll make the box a little more round. That's fine. So we'll shrink it. Oh man, I wish I could. You know what? I can. Let's validate. Symmetry's on. Let's make this side a bit bigger. Move it back. Let's check out X-ray. See what we're working with. So we can move this down, we'll move this back. So this is just going to be like a little bit of the inside of the mouth. Let's trim. Let's trim this here. Okay, so now we can just do, where's it at? Boolean. I almost forgot to select my thingies. So we have the head and the box. We'll hide the box. And if you have trouble hiding anything, just go down to advanced and make sure that you don't have sync visibility checked, because that will just make everything annoying. So now we'll do Boolean, Boolean. So now at least we have a little bit of an inside of the mouth. So I'm going to voxel remesh this again. So now the only thing is, I wonder if I can use drag for one of these. I wish it would just drag where I want it to drag, bro. It actually drags pretty good, if I'm being honest. Make it a little sharper. I can probably drag this down as well. It's kind of nice, actually. I do kind of want it to come out a bit more. Like that. We can use pinch to kind of make these a little bit prettier, even though we'll probably voxel remesh this again, so this is probably a waste. I should smooth the inside. Always double checking to make sure symmetry's on, because the times we really need it, it turns off. The times we don't need it, it stays on. I think I said that right. Oh, that's right, the bottom too. So the bottom, we want to use drag, and then we just want to drag up. Let's make it a little bigger. Oops. So I'm just going to try to match the shape a bit. Looks good. Ooh, that's thin though. That's awfully thin. Hopefully it will work. I want to pull out the middle a bit to match. I'm going to voxel remesh this a little bit higher at like 250, hoping that I can kind of keep most of this shape intact, because I really like the shape of everything, but I want it to be smooth. Someone mentioned my clean meshes, and it's because I'm always voxel remeshing, always smoothing. Even this, unfortunately, this like looks bad. Let me remesh it again. See if that helps at all. Not really. But I think I have enough to work with. Let's see if I can flatten these. It's not bad. Let's see if I can pinch. Make them a little cleaner. It's tough when you have things right near it, unfortunately. See if I can make this smaller and try it. I just want this outer edge to be sharp. It's not bad. I probably should have just made these parts with like a different shape, like with a cylinder or something, like made these really sharp. I should have done it that way, but that's okay. We'll live. Oh, there's another, I guess I can't do it on the bottom. Let's stick with pinch. Was there anyone here on the earlier in the stream when I did a nice singing intro? It's not a good singing intro, but it was singing nonetheless. It's kind of fun to just sculpt whatever, and it's kind of nice to sketch it out first and have some sort of idea. I love sketching from scratch, but sketching from scratch. Okay, so these are just going to be like black. I don't like these little dimples here. I guess I can try to pull them out gently. And maybe try to smooth this. I want it to look clean. Gently smooth. I'm not sure how I want to do that though. I think I want them to be... do I want them to be... Oh, I know what I want them to be. Let's do a sphere. We're going to do our little thing that we always do. So we'll validate it. Symmetry. That's fine. We'll do symmetry, vertex, vertex. And then we'll... Oh, what is on my eyelash? I feel like there was a little creature. So we'll do something like that, I think. I should do it. Oh, I should do it to size. I think like that. So let's do vertex back to auto. Let's turn symmetry off. Pivot, center, pivot. Oh, is it still in local? Let's do local. Keep the symmetry on local. So I'm thinking the eyes are somewhat like this. I'm going to take this little piece and voxel remesh it. Otherwise, if I try to manipulate it, it'll be all wacky. Only at like maybe 150. I'll just smooth it out. Slant it a little bit. Take it off of a line. That's what I think that's what I imagined. Let's go back to a line and move it over. Let's tilt it back a little bit. No, I do want to... Do I want to Boolean it? I don't know. Maybe I don't have to. Sometimes I like making the little indentation of where this would be. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So if I do layer, sub, I can get this layer out of here. Kind of like that, and smooth it. Okay, that makes it easier. Let's push it a little deeper. Let's take it off of a line. Push it a little deeper in. Okay. This can be the eyes. It's 22.4K. Let's quad remesh this to half. You also have to make sure you don't have symmetry on. That's what caused those joints to like appear on the other side, is because I had symmetry. If you have symmetry on and you do half, I think it tries to make one. The reason it didn't do it this time is because I'm on a local. So there probably is two of them. They're just in the same spot. But let me undo. I'm pretty sure that that's probably all really confusing anyway. Well, let's do half. I should be showing you the wireframe so you can see how dense this is. Half. Like, that's fine. That's all it needs to be. 484. I'll take it. So now we have to do eyes again. And then we have to add a mirror like so. Oh, I actually did a character very similar to this. I completely forgot. Now this is pretty dense, but I'll probably lose some of the... Let me save. Let's try half. I'll lose some of these details though. That's the only tricky part. When you lower the resolution, you sacrifice some details. Now I can try to use pinch again and make it a little better. And just hope. Sometimes you just have to hope and pray. I'm not religious, but a brother can still pray. Ooh. No symmetry. I didn't have symmetry on. How annoying is that? Like I told you, anytime you need symmetry, it will be off. It's happened so many times that I'm pretty good. I've trained myself to look at that symmetry. Because there's nothing worse than like doing something and then like later on down the line you're like, why is one half nice and clean and the other half is embarrassing? And that is why, friends. Because symmetry has a mind of its own. Oh yeah, I like this nice edge here. That's what I'm talking about. needs a little bit more, I think he needs a little bit more throat. Sub. Oh, I was worried about that. Stupid. Select. I was hoping that it would like only do the layer that I was on, but that is not the case. Okay, so if I do something like that, then that works as kind of like a throatish area. Not that he really has a body, but let's clear this. Let's add. Ooh, maybe a tube is good for the tongue. Oh, a tube or a cylinder? I think a tube might be a little bit annoying. So maybe I'll just use a cylinder. I think. Oh, let's just snap it forward. Let's do the whole post subdivision. We'll turn this down. So like 4. Let's put this back. Let's rotate it 45 degrees. We'll make this end smaller. I don't know if this is going to work. Pivot, center, pivot. Didn't work. I actually don't know how, can I bake the pivot? No, that bakes it the way it is, doesn't it? If I bake this, I should do pivot center, pivot auto pivot. I kind of want it something like that, maybe a little flatter. Let's remesh it so it doesn't have that ugly smooth shading. Let's Vox remesh it lower now. Smooth it, make sure symmetry is on. Go a little bit lower since it wants to give me dimples. Okay. And let's do some good old-fashioned sculpting. You know, something like that, maybe. Why not? You can solo it, and you can try to put a thing down the middle, although I'll probably lose it with the details. Crease. I'll take off symmetry, because it'll make it crazy if I have symmetry. Okay, we'll undo solo. We'll take smooth. Smooth it. Oh, symmetry got me again. The worst. Okay, we'll smooth it. Now, obviously, we'll move it down. And let's take move and just move this into there. Even though, what happened to the thing? This is supposed to be like, we'll smooth this out to make it kind of match a little bit. You know, you want it to look like it's actually coming out of the throat. We can use move a little bit and kind of open this up. These are just like fun details. So then it looks like the tongue's actually going somewhere, you know? It looks like it has some anatomy. Alright, I like it. Did I make these smaller? Let's take a look at the wireframe of all this stuff. and see where I can save some space. So we'll do quad remesher. I'll just do half, half again. Oh, symmetry. Half, half again. Everything looks good. The tongue is 15. Let's do half. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that. It's fine. These are not that big. These are not that big, although I can probably make these a little bit smaller in size. And the more that I've worked in Nomad, the more that I just naturally optimize things. Just because I understand it a little bit better now. So I just optimize things when I can. That's what makes quad remesher nice. It's because that makes the topology a little bit nicer and cleaner. Okay, let me save. And then let's just take, I wonder if I can select, oh, let's validate all this stuff. What is this? Oh, that's a little piece. We'll validate it. All these need to be validated, but monkeys. I think everything else is validated. So we have all these legs. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to flip them. Without like flipping each piece. Okay, so let's think about it. Let's think about it this way. So we have the legs. Okay, so all these are going to be the same color, so I'm going to join them. All these cylinders, all these pieces are actually going to be the same. Join. Cylinder 1. Okay. I'm going to bring this up here. So here we have cylinders, cylinders, foot. This is the lower of the feet. I think I want to tag this one last. So then if I do join, it will stay there. Foot 2, foot 2, foot, join, leg joint, leg joint, leg joint, join. Okay. Great, so now all these are together, so I can just clone and then probably just take each of these pieces. I'm going to make sure they're all on world, because if they're on local, then they will just flip where they are themselves. Okay, so now I can take these one by one and just do flip object. X is always going to be right down the middle, so if I flip X, I can just go down and flip X, and it should flip, everything should flip to the other side. This is the cloned one, so that's why I have two. Boom. Okay, these are the eyes. I'm just going to validate these. Whoops, and call them eyes. What was this? Do I want to do anything with this? What are we doing here? I don't really think I want to do anything with it, but since we have it, let's experiment. Because you can always do like weird you know, sea creature kind of things, you know? You can put it in different spots. Oops. Oop. You can clone it to really see how it'll look, or add a mirror, excuse me. Oh, you know what I do like though? I don't think I like this. What if they're shorter? For some reason it doesn't bother me actually. You can't really see it from the front, so that doesn't bug me. Pivot, auto, pivot center. Come on, just let me, there we go. We'll do a line. Oh, this looks weird there though. Does it look weird there as well? Maybe if it was kind of like, maybe these were a little fatter. Kind of like a squid, they have like those. I don't know, I'm gonna hide it again. You know what I do like? I do like adding fins to my characters. And that's really easy with a snap. So we'll see if this character needs a fin. Because fins are fun. I'm just going to validate it. We'll use move. Looks like we have the correct symmetry. So I can do this. Okay. Smooth. Ooh, that's very soft. See how soft that was? We voxel remesh it. Ooh. Why is it so crazy? Let's do multi-res and subdivide. Whatever, I'll take it. Let's quad remesh it. And we'll do half. It doesn't need to be like crazy. That's fine. Let's clone it, and maybe we'll make a little baby one as well. See what we think. I usually like fins, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure in this application. I don't know what I think. Okay, I could have sworn I just hit symmetry. What do we think? I don't mind them, but what if I join them, add a mirror, and oh no. What if I do this? That might be kind of fresh. I think I like that. Yeah. Okay, now if these are fins going into the skin, I like to do inflate or clay to make it seem like there's like some skin there. You know, like it doesn't make sense unless there's, you know, if it's going into the skin, then it's going into the skin. That looks bad. It's got to look more like a skin fold. Okay, but smooth it so it looks clean with the rest of the aesthetic. Just a little fart's worth of a skin thing will make it feel legit. What is this? What is all this? What are we doing, bro? Let's take pinch. Sorry, I'm totally neglecting the chat. It's like the chat is usually like super slow, and then all of a sudden there's like 10. What's up, Dari? Daddy the Lobster. Mustafa, what's up? Thanks for the love. I appreciate you. Additive. Yo, Dave, love your content. My buddy Layer X Layer needs you to reply to his message. You know, at this point in time, I'm not really replying to messages. I just have too much. And I'm supposed to have a baby next week. So I'm pretty much just doing lives. But unless you mean a message here, I do see a Layer X Layer. So what's up? Maybe that works. But yeah, I can't. I kind of gave up my my Instagram messages. I had to stop. That's like the one thing about making videos and creating and stuff like that is like it's really important to just like back away when you need to back away. It makes everything so much easier. So I get triggered by the word answer your messages. Okay, pinch. Pinch. Yeah, you know what my problem is I like to, especially on social media, I like to respond to everyone. I prefer that, but I wear myself thin, which is really unfortunate sometimes. But so what all I did was, let me make sure this is showing through this side. It's not. You really just have to like slow down. Even now, it's like editing takes up so much time that I'm like, I'll just do live because then I can just work on something. I don't have to work on something for like 4 hours and then edit it. So that takes like an extra 2 days for me to like put something out. So, okay, I feel like he needs, I feel like there needs to be like some sort of light or something on the front. Right? Like maybe like, I do a cylinder. Oh, it's 2:30. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get ready for bed. Snap 45. Shrink. Oh no, this isn't what I needed. Let's go this way. And let's validate symmetry, vertex. We'll shrink this. Maybe a little bit of a tilt. I like that. I wonder if I want to take this. Let's clone it. What is this cylinder? Oh, body A. Let's take this. Let's hide this. Let's Boolean. Let's take this and shrink it a little bit. Ooh, let's take this and voxel remesh it. Ooh. This looks terrible. Looks horrendous. Let's see if I can move this back in there. Maybe make it a little bigger, maybe? Maybe I'll take this, clone it, make it a little bit smaller. Okay, clone this, then take these two, hide this, Boolean, Boolean. Then take this one. I know this gets really confusing. Pivot, auto, pivot, shrink it a little bit. And then maybe I'll push it back up in there. So this can be like a light or something later on. Let's make this, let me make sure I make this light. Light bulb. Light housing. This is body A, I think it was. Oh, is the cylinder? I think that's tongue, right? I think that's the tongue. What is the mirror? What is this mirror? Oh, what is this? Oh, these are the fins. Okay. These are the fins. So we'll just we'll join those together. The box is the head. Oh, these things I'm just deleting. This cylinder. All these things we can validate. Whoops. Where's all the... I don't know what I did. Oh, edit. Validate. 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 Okay. Antenna base. Excuse me. I should put all these together to show like their it's fine. It's fine. I want to do something for funsies. Crease, invert. I just want to see if I want any like other details on the jaw. That's kind of nice. I don't mind that at all. Make it a little more subtle. Oh, you know where I could have put those things? Maybe like on the nose. Nose-ish type thing. Yeah. Life is about to change for me. Oh boy. I don't even know. This feels crazy. I'll tell you that much. Why is this all crazy in here? Smooth. It's always something that just wants to mess with you. Okay, so next, I feel like there needs to be something on this side here. I don't really like that. Oh, I think let's add. What do I want there though? I'm gonna bring this to 4 again. Let's see if we can. No, we can't really. Let me turn smooth shading off just so I can see this thing. Sometimes I just like, I just try to like brainstorm shapes that might work. Let's do a line. I'm trying to figure out what my brain is thinking. Ooh, I think I can still do this, right? It's kind of interesting. I don't know, just like sometimes it's just the shape. I just want some sort of different shape. Even if I don't really know exactly what it is, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't sometimes. I don't know if I want it so hard or soft. Let me turn smooth shading back on and just smooth it out. Sometimes it looks bad, but that's interesting. What if I take it off a line and clone it? I don't know. I don't know what I think about it, but you know what? Whatever. These are going to be side fenders. I don't really know cars. I don't even know if that's called a fender. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because people think that you know what you're doing. They see details and they're like, oh, well, you must have put them there for a reason. Meanwhile, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's take all of these and join them because they're going to be the same color. Amp, base, join. This, join. This, join. Then we'll take this, clone it. We'll go to each one. We'll make sure that we're on a line. World, excuse me. Whoop, world. And then we'll go back to here and then we'll just do flip. Okay, so now that they're all flipped, we can actually do the same thing again and just join all these. Whoops. Because they're going to be the same colors. So this is the antennae. We'll just add an X there for funsies. Let's save. Okay, everything looked good. So there we go. There's the drawing. There's the thing. What time we got? Oh, it's been an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, I haven't stood up. Oh, let's see. Well, I think that's it. The next thing I want to do is bring it over into Blender, but I don't think I'm going to do it tonight because my computer's not even on. Is it? Actually, my computer is on. But the only problem is there's a few things you have to do before you bring it over into Blender. The first thing I like to do, let me just select everything, is move it up to the horizon line, like so. I'm not going to turn this ugly grid off. We'll save it. What else? Oh yeah, so I want to, this is really kind of annoying, take everything and bake it. Oh wow, these things are huge. No, 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 no. I'm not letting that slide. Oh, this is this piece, huh? Let's turn on the wireframe. And what happens if we do half? Let's see how bad it's gonna look. I think that's fine. Look how bad this looks. This thing looks terrible. Let's do half. Hopefully we don't lose too much detail. No, that looks much better. We'll do half again. And we'll do half again. Okay. Just trying to make sure that this stuff has decent like topology. Like, look at this. That's so weird looking. Why would you even do that? Let's do same. That way it has the same amount, same size, but... Okay, that looks good. These are like huge. Let's do same first and just see what happens. Wait, is it over? Let's do half. We'll do half again and just leave it. Oh, it looks like we can do it again. Okay. $412. It's not too terrible. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Light bulb. So I'm just trying to bake all this stuff so that it doesn't get all weird in Blender. I think I can maybe take all of it and bake it. That'd be easier. I have traumatized from Nomad unskew. That's what you get in Blender if things aren't baked correctly. All right, everything makes sense. Let me consolidate this. Join. Okay, everything is still baked. All right, let's do a quick save. And we'll just do a quick little render of this in Nomad. So let's go to the shading. We'll go to lit PBR. We'll select everything. This is still a lot of stuff. We'll change it my signature color here. We'll turn post-processing on. We'll turn that up. We'll go to my DFD. Global illumination should always be on. Bloom I want off. We'll turn this off and we'll add a light. We'll make this light like 3 maybe. Okay, this is the key light. We'll clone it. This is going to be the edge or the rim light. Let's hit a line. We'll move it over and flip it just so we see the back edge. Okay, that looks good. I'll make that bigger. So I also want to go to these lights and make sure that I'm hitting camera. That way the lights stay in place when this spins. So that's good. We'll go ahead and add, we'll clone this. Let's bring the intensity down. Move it over here. Also, I have on a line so I can easily move the lights back and forth. Because if it's not on a line, then they're all wacky, wonky. So we'll just put a little more light maybe on this side. Okay. Looks good. Let's get rid of this. Let's save this camera view. Okay. That was good. So now sometimes if I want to go in and use perspective, I'll do it now because now I have control of the perspective. Even though I usually like an orthographic look, but it's fine. But I don't know what color. Oh, let me turn the environment back on. We'll just turn it down a smidge. And save. And I'm going to need something for my thumbnail, so let me change the color of this, make it a little more interesting. Maybe we'll make it a little warmer. Maybe we'll make this one a little cooler. And then we'll export. Transparent background. We'll export this, that way I can make the thumbnail. Oh. Philippi, your videos are really inspiring. It's definitely on my list to learn 3D with you. You should definitely learn it. It's really, really fun. I'm so glad that I picked up Nomad. We'd love to have you on as a guest once your life settles down. That sounds good. That sounds cool. I'm down. Not sure when, but I'm definitely 100% down. Oh, did my camera go off? Oh no, it's still on. Oh, what colors do we want to do this? I feel like he'd be like... Let's see. We'll just paint all this. We'll use our little thingy-mabob. Paint. Maybe for this we'll make it like it's a tube. Like little tubes. These can also be tubes or poles. And I feel like these have to be more metallic though. I don't know what to do with those. Maybe I should just do them the same color? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just do these a little darker. Maybe we'll do these a little lighter. No, I don't want it to look like a chair. Oh, you know what we need to use? This gold color. We'll make that black. What color are these things? I feel like maybe this is a similar color here, maybe a little darker. These can also be... No, I feel like the middle part should be dark. I hate that you can't choose a mesh through the gizmo. Bugs the... Nope. Oh, that's actually nice. Let's take this color. For these pieces, let's grab the gold for here. That's the bulb. For this part, let's do maybe a little bit of a darker gold. Oh, we'll use that for the side thingies. And then for this, we'll do... We'll paint it, and then we'll take it and clone. Change this to additive. We have another light actually, so let's make this show, not directional. We could make it point, but maybe we'll do spot. And why can't I see it correctly? I'm going to turn post-process off to make my life easier. This is just like trying to cheat a little bit. Can I make the lights smaller? Is there a setting for that? Size? No. Cone angle? Nope. Can I shrink it in with this? Nope. Okay, just kidding. Maybe I want to use... This is a better light for something like this, like in Blender, if the light was like shining, but for this, maybe I'll use point. And just move it out and just give the illusion of light bouncing from it. That might be a little bit easier. Or the illusion of it giving off light, I should say. The only problem is you got the reflections there, which is kind of annoying. Oh well, it kind of looks like it's... Shadow... Yeah, that's fine. Let's turn post-process back on. Oh, I didn't do any of these, did I? I like this black color for the eyes. I like maybe this darker gold for one of these. And then the lighter gold for the outer, perhaps. Ooh, and for the fins. Although the fins could be black. No, that's too... I don't want them the same as the tongue. Unless I make the tongue a darker color. Does that make the mouth just too dark now? Sometimes it's like so hard to figure out what I want. I'll make it a little lighter. I guess I can do whatever I want. Okay, that's cool. I like it. Let's do this. Record. See. Pretty cool. Pretty happy with it. Fun, random. I always do this a little bit so that I can, if I do wind up editing this down, I can add this to the end. I just use the screen recorder on the iPad. So the only other thing, let me just save. Let me save as. So the only other thing is exporting the GLTF. Wait, why is it so big? Hold on. Okay, so we have it saved, so I'm just going to delete these. GLTF, all, export, I guess it's the same size. So I'll send this to my computer. And what's up, iShariles? I'm probably saying that so bad. I don't think I can actually bring this into Blender, but I can try. So let's see if it'll work. I have to switch HDMIs. So if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Come on, baby. Okay, I gotta switch my monitor. I can turn this off. Since that's done. This is done. You can't see the light anymore. Don't save. Oh no. Okay, gotta do my other keyboard. My PC keyboard. Make sure my audio is still working. I hit a bunch of keys by accident. Okay, let's just import, and then I'm going to bed. I'm not going to mess with it, but, oh, okay, I got to think about where I want to put it. I sent it to my computer, but now I have to send it to the PC. So I just have to find it. There we go, copy. Then I have a bridge from my Mac to my PC so I can like send files that way. I'll put it in GLB files. Okay, it should be there. So we'll go here, GLB files, destroyed bug, import. It's big. Oh, did I bring a camera over as well? I think I did. Floor cube, wait, what is... I think this should go in the background. I think this is everything. Oh, there's more cameras here. What are these lights? Killing me. Okay, so let me take all of this. I'm just gonna put it in this collection. What is this floor? This floor is going in the background. So I'm going to take all of the... Oh, there's some other stuff here, right? Okay, now I just have it queued up to that so I can do the turntable if I wanted to. But let's take a closer look at it. Let me make sure you can see it. All right. Let's do some... Oh, I could probably do like... can make it a little darker, actually. Go into the shader editor. And I think this is where I can make it a little darker. See that? This would be cool for my... Oh, you know what? Let me find some... This can be... I can put some actual gold. Better looking gold. Sometimes you gotta find a nice gold, though. That gold is like... might be too clean. I don't know if I want gold. I feel like I want like a dirty, like, iron or something, like... Like a rusty, like... I don't think I want corrugated iron. I don't think I liked any of these golds. But for this light, that's weird. What is that? Emission, let's put this to 1. Let's make it a bit of a warmer light. Like so, and I think he'd look better with, actually with a black background. So I'm going to turn off some of these lights. This one looks good. I think a wire fell. I thought it was a boog. Whoops. What was I doing? Now I'm sidetracked. Completely. Oh, I was doing the light. Oh, that's what I was doing. I was doing the background. So let me turn off the plane. Turn off the world. The floor doesn't need to be glowing. I can turn that off. Okay. Poor thing needs some more light on his head. I have some lights here that I usually mess with, but none are in the right spot, it looks like. And let's make this maybe 200. It's probably too bright. And let's fix the camera. Oh, we have to fix the focus ring. Since this is what the camera will focus on. Okay, so now it should be more in focus. Edgeware doll. Okay. So the only other thing is these that I would want something else. Ooh, I do love this yellow. Oh no. It's actually kind of cool. How is this connected? This is what I wanted to change. I don't even know, what do I make this color? What if I just do like a random color? And for this, I'm going to use a tongue, I think. And I'll just change it. Wait, why is it blue? The details look good, but I don't know why it's blue. Although I kind of like it a little bit. I'd rather go with like a purple. I think. I'm actually not sure. As long as the texture looks good. Okay, so now we have to do these as well. What is this called? Edgeware orange. Edgeware red. Ooh. So we'll go to layout. And then you can get in real close to this puppy. Let me do a quick screen record. Oh, I forgot these. I like it. Let's take a look at what it looks like rendered. Let's take a look at the timeline. We'll get a nicer rotation. Maybe about there. It's a beautiful shot. I like it. The only thing we have to do is bring the focus point of the camera down a little bit, like so. And I think I want a little more in focus, so I'm just going to go back to the camera. Oh, let me stop recording. I want a little more in focus, so we go back to the camera and then we just increase the f-stop a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And this light might be a little bit in the face. Yeah, maybe we'll move it right there. Baby, so now we go to the lights and make sure I don't have... Both of these need to be on. That looks kind of cool, but I think I want to turn it off for now. This is on. Make sure everything else is on. That should be on. Okay, we'll hit a quick save and then we'll render this image. Boom. And there you go. I guess I could make it a little more unblurry, but it still looks pretty good. think that's it. Lost Playtime presents. Cool to catch a live stream. I finally took the plunge and started to sculpt in Nomad. I love that. After seeing how easy and fun you make it look, excited to keep learning more from you. I love that. Always keep learning. I'm an old man, and I'm really glad that I learned Nomad in 2021. It was like a gateway to now rendering things in Blender. As you can see, Blender just makes things look really, really cool. Let me save this image. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I want to change the camera again. I'm going to go to the camera, and I want this to be a little bit more in focus. Even though this is still kind of blurry here. And if I go to rendering, if I use the nodes, let's render it again. I want to try to get a little bit of shine on this thing. Threshold. Oh, it looks a bit weird. I think I might like it without the nodes. See how it looks weird? Smoothing, I don't know what that does. Oh, I don't want bloom. I want fog glow. I'm turning these off. And I'm just going to render the image again. See if we can get a little bit more in focus. Oh, you know what? That's too fast. It's too fast. That's because I have the size down really, really low. I'm going to change this to Vert 4K. And then I'm going to save it again. Yeah, I'm an old man. How can I make my sculpts look realistic on iPad? It's all about your lighting. So turn your environment off and start lighting one light at a time. To make things look realistic, it's just textures and lighting. Lighting is very, very important. So we'll save. This is going to be Droid Bug A. I'll save this to my computer. Oh, guys, 3:19. I got to go to bed. I have a class in the morning. I think it's like infant CPR and stuff. I have that in the morning, and I'm here farting around. I wanted to go back. And I just want to turn this off for one. Yeah, lighting is key. You can get it. Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's because I have motion blur on. Let me close this. So if I turn off motion blur, it should render clean. I just have to remember to turn it back on. And I forgot I didn't texture these. I didn't texture these or those. I need to texture them. What was the iron? What was the cast iron? Why is it green, bro? Why are you green? You're not supposed to be green. What are we doing? Let's just find some metal. And by the way, I'm using Blender Kit. Shout out to Blender Kit. So much fun. What does this looks like? It's gnarled. Oh yeah, I'll take it. I will take it. I feel like this would look cool, gnarled as well. Is gnarled the right word? I actually don't even know. I don't think this would look good gnarled. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. But I think it might be, I mean, what if I turn this off? Let's see if I can make it a little bit darker. I don't think I can. I don't know what I like better. I gotta go to bed. Let me just render this. Render image. Nice and clean. Image save. And I'll save to download, save. Okay, I could actually do a turntable if I wanted to. But that'll mean leaving my computer on all night, which I don't want to do. So I think that's it. Why do you like to texture in Blender overall in Nomad? Well, because Nomad is cool, but it really doesn't compare to like when you really, let me make it a little bit brighter in here. It really doesn't compare to like being able to get in and getting like a lot of these textures. You can do it, but it's not going to render the same. The thing that Blender does is called ray tracing. So if you just Google ray tracing, it just makes things look more realistic. That's really what it is. This is cool. I'm a fan. That's cool. Really happy with it. Oh, let's take, what is this? What is this? Light bulb? What material is this? Oh, material 5. This is light glow. That's kind of cool too. Anyway, I think I like the dark better, so I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm just going to save it and peace out. Ooh, I'm gonna save this one too. Let's take this, and this is how easily it is. This is how easy it is to get stuck working in Nomad forever. I mean, Nomad in Blender forever. Because you just like get stuck. I don't know what this little blue detail is, but I really like it. Okay, what did I do? I turned motion blur off. Oh, and I made it bigger. I want to make sure that I set this back to where it was. Vert HD. This doesn't need to be that high. 230. We'll save it again. Yeah, Blender's where it's at. Blender is where it's at. Nomad's great, but this is like the workflow, because you can only do so much in Nomad. And once you like start dabbling into Blender and just like seeing the difference, yeah, you probably know more about ray tracing than what I do. Yeah, I use I use this puppy. Oh, it's all dirty. Can't see. So I have an Omen. I have an RTX 4090. Yeah, I have an RTX 4090, and it's been really great. I'm really glad that I opted to get a standalone PC. But anyway, I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys. This has been a long live stream. Hopefully my back and my feet don't hurt when I get up. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a turntable of this probably tomorrow, and I'll throw it up on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, if you're curious to see, I don't know, I post a ton of video on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 100K, so we'll see. I was gonna try to get there before I'm a dad, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, you definitely should learn Blender. It's free. And also I have a Skillshare class. I have a bunch of Skillshare classes in Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. And in Blender, I have an absolute beginner's class for Blender, because Blender is really annoying and the Blender YouTube tutorials are kind of difficult. So I decided to make one for Blender. I also have like Nomad, and then I have crossover classes where you can like bring stuff into Blender. So there's a lot you can do. But I'm out of here. I got to get some sleep. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Now I got to figure out how to stop this thing again.